Hi, I'm here with Paul Iannaccone, head coach and manager of Bury FC Women. Hi Paul.
Hello.
Well, the season is now over and it's been quite eventful for you and the team. What are your thoughts about the season, how it went for you?
Ups and downs really, I think. I think that, obviously they started the season with a different manager, obviously after I stepped away. With that came not really a strong pre-season as such in terms of structure, because it was a bit here and there. I don't think that helped later on in the season. Although they started the season okay in the league, I'm not sure that the football being played was the right style as such for the team. Maybe when I came back in, we sort of had a little rise, but then came up against some tough opposition, dropped some unlucky points, and had a few changes with players. So we had to bring in some new players because the squad was quite small when I came back. It took some time for them to adjust, but I think towards the end of the season, I think we really started to click and gel, and it sort of stands us in good stead for next season. I think keep the squad together and keep these players together. Now we're getting used to working with each other. I think that it's only going to be another rise hopefully next season.
Now the season's finished and it's been a long season.
Yeah.
Have you started preparing for the pre-season and the 18-19 campaign?
We have. Pre-season dates are set, so we're having a few weeks off now and we're coming back middle of June, and we've got about a 12-week pre-season, which we had not last summer, the summer before, which was after my first season in charge. We had a short break and then we had a long pre-season, and that stood us in really good stead for last season's campaign. It got us very fit, it got us organised, it got the squad together. All the girls worked really hard on the fitness and on our technical and tactical side, so we really started the season well last time we had a long pre-season. So that's what we're going for again. Discussed it with the players, they were all happy with the plans. Our friendlies are all booked up now. We've got 7 friendlies against really good opposition. Either teams, either one division or 2 divisions above or at the same level as us. Mainly teams that are above us, to be fair, which is what we wanted. I don't want to go into friendlies and win 10-15-0. I don't see any point in that. I want us to run, I want us to work hard, I want us to get our fitness up. I want we get results in friendlies and I want us to have to work for it. Results in friendlies are not the be all and end all for me. It's about the fitness and about the tactics, and about obviously re-gelling after a short break. And then I know we've got a tournament in there as well, but I'm just looking forward to them getting in and getting really fit, and getting our style and our philosophy nailed down, so everybody understands the direction we're going in for next season.
With the senior setup at the club expanding to 3 senior squads, is your hope to bring in some of the younger players into the first team and also maybe bring some experienced players from outside the club?
I think it has to be. I think we're always having to look at improving the squad where we can. I'm solely responsible for the first team, so the under 18s, our youth team and our reserve team, our second team are going to be forming and having their own squads, etc., which is fine. I'm probably looking at bringing in a couple of the younger players from our under 16s who are coming up. I know, obviously a couple of months ago we brought Chloe Davies up. Chloe's done really well, so Chloe will be staying with us next year. I'm looking at maybe 1 or 2 more from either the Shakers or the Bells under 16s who might be coming through, and I do have 1 or 2 from outside who I'm looking to bring in. We'll find out. We're hoping to have a signing day around the beginning of June before we come back for pre-season, where every player comes in, signs the contract for next year, has the picture taken, and those new players who I'm hoping to get are going to be invited to that day. So we'll have to wait till then before we reveal any names.
Thank you, Paul. And your final question: 18-19 is going to be a big season for us.
Yep.
What are your hopes for the team and yourself in that season?
I think that it's a very small progression, but it was a progression this season just gone. I think that we had our highest points total in 12 years. Not this season, the season before. We broke that this year by 1 point. So, in terms of points, it got better by 1 point this year. I saw that as progression. I think that we all were disappointed with where we finished in the league. I think that out of those top 4 teams, I think we could have finished a little bit higher, given the ups and downs and the changes. full credit to the girls for still getting a top 4 finish, and obviously having that consistency 2 years in a row, being in the top 3, top 4. But for me, you keep the players together. As far as I'm aware, every player that I want to stay is staying, and the players that I'm looking to bring in, I think we could have a very, very strong year next year. A good pre-season, you know, all getting to know each other, integrating the new players and the younger players coming in, really, really, really working hard with them on the training ground and working hard on the fitness. I see no reason why we can't, hopefully again, get more points than the past 2 seasons. But ideally, I want to be, a little bit closer to the top end of the league next year. Penrith have been there or thereabouts for a few years now, and finally gone up. We've only been there or thereabouts for the last 2 years. So it might take us a few more years. It might not, but I've got every faith in all of these players and all the girls. Who are going to be playing with us next year. I've got every faith that every time we step on the pitch, we're going to be in with a good chance of winning every game. So, see where that takes us.
Well, thank you very much, Paul. As usual, I'll be with you all the way. Absolutely. Next season.
Yep.
And we'll keep everybody informed how we're doing and how we're getting on.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Cheers.